There you are. I was just looking for you. Man, you sure do take your time getting over here, huh? What is up with your sister? Alright. The dead cylinder extravaganza mystery continues. So, I advanced the timing a whole bunch on this hot rod. And it did run a bit better. It had a little bit more power. Still a little choppy. Still a little sputtery. I pulled a negative cable off and it quit running. So, surprise, surprise, plot twist, we have a dead alternator. So, I got a junk replacement alternator that's as bad or worse and may or may not work. So, we're going to put that on, see if it'll run with the battery cables off. I think that might have been half the problem. It's got MSD ignition. And the battery just dying and dying and dying as you drive down the road. So that could be, it's running really rich, so that could all tie together with having a really weak ignition because of the dead alternator. We're going to swap, put in another Chevy alternator on it and see if we can rip down the road. So that's where we're at right now. It's time to get some wrenches out and start beating on this thing. So this wire doesn't even have an end on it. So maybe that wire wasn't even on there, making good contact. Maybe with a stroke of luck, the other alternator's still good even, and this wire just wasn't on good enough. So we'll put an end on that bad guy. And if this one doesn't charge, there's probably something going on from here to here that's broken or not connecting. So let's fix this end, stick this turd in here, fire it up, and see what we got. Alright, the alternator is out. It could still be good. It could be wired wrong. It could not be getting power from the battery, from the key switch, from eye or accessory. One of these wires could be broken going back to the solenoid off eye. It could just be a wire or fuse blown. I'm just going to swap the alternator and just see if it'll work right away. That'll tell me instantly. But this battery is completely dead. So I'm going to hillbilly charge it off my Yoder. Probably for 20 minutes just so it'll crank over enough to start. See what happens. Here goes. Neutral. There we go. Oh, so close. There we go. Something stuck. Hold on. Okay, somehow, some way, some dude, this cable, throttle cable was behind the secondary throttle shaft here. So, let's try it now, before the camera dies. Gotta love them electric pumps. There we go. Alright, we'll see what we get. See if she'll fire. Bomba de gas. Why is nothing happening? Oh, there. Oh! Something happening. Oh. It's wanting to crank. I hear fuel. Let's just flood the hell out of it, shall we? Alright. Oh, crap, my throttle return springs just fell off. Ah, crap, hold on. Alrighty then. Got new alternator on this hot rod. Finally got it charging. So now we are going to tackle this dead cylinder nonsense. I think there's a burnt valve or stuck valve or something. I don't hear any rocker noise. So think all the lifters are moving. I think there's just a valve. An intake valve or an exhaust valve that's not sealing or not staying shut. I think that's what's going on. Let's compression test it and see if we can find the culprit. These valve covers got to come off anyway. These things are just leaking horrifically bad. I mean, it's like you might as well just drive this thing without valve covers, as bad as these things are leaking. So maybe we'll see something when we take the valve covers off. Let's commence the scalpel and let the surgery begin. Alright, 120. Cylinder 1, we're going to go to cylinder 3 now. I don't know what these are supposed to have stock. As long as they're all close to each other, that'll be good enough. If they're all 120, I'll be overjoyed. Let's keep going. Alright, well this one was about 150. 135, 140. Maybe this whole side was 140. I didn't crank on each cylinder very long. I only cranked 2 or 3 times just to see. I'm not trying to see the exact cylinder pressure. I'm just trying to see if anything is low or 0 or like 60 or 90, something really low. So thus far, got a super good, healthy, happy motor here. Let's keep trucking. Cylinder 2, or I'm sorry, cylinder 3, because we're going odds, evens, 120. All right, let's keep this roll. Cylinder 7, or 13, cylinder 5, 120. It's actually 120. I only cranked it like once or twice. If I kept cranking it, I'm sure it would have went up to 120. Yeah, so nothing yet. Cylinder 4, 120. So everything's been 120, 125, 130. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. Let's keep cranking, and we'll see what we got. Alright, 120. It probably would have went up to 130 if I kept cranking on it. What I do is I just crank it. If it gets up to 120, I just quit cranking. Like I said, I'm just looking for something 0 or 60 or something catastrophically low. Oh, here's the nail biter. Last cylinder, so that was cylinder 6. Last one. It's always the last one, isn't it? Last one better be 120. We came this far and I got my hopes up. Don't let me down now, AMC 360. Okay, guys. Damn, these Pittsburgh tools suck. So I got to the very last piston and the stupid ball fell out and the spring and all the crap fell in the dirt. I've used this twice. All my Pittsburgh gear ratchets have broken. All my Pittsburgh screwdrivers have either bent or the handle came off. God, Pittsburgh shit sucks. Seriously. Okay, so I had to hold the compression tester together with one hand, stick my arm over here and hit that black button to activate the starter. 130. So every single cylinder was between 125 130. We do not have a dead cylinder. We do not have a dead anything. And all the plugs, no oil on any of the plugs, nothing out of the ordinary. Every single plug is exactly the same. No carbon, no oil, nothing on any of the plugs. The other plugs on the other side look exactly like this. I'm going to change the wires, check the cap and rotor. I am going to reseal the valve covers because they are just leaky awful, and I'm going to throw these plugs back in like nothing happened. Put some mufflers on this thing because these are just horrifically loud. There's just no way you can wheel with these. It's just too freaking loud. You go deaf after half the trail. And on top of that, you're running open headers right to your nose. There's your carbon monoxide inhaler pipe right there. So I think I'm gonna cut this off here, sell these, cut this off, and I'm just gonna stick a muffler on there and be done with it. I'm gonna put a turbo thrush on there on each side. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty then. So, 1. We figured out we have a good motor. We have good compression on every motor, on every cylinder. We have an alternator that charges for a change. And we now know that we can move forward to get this thing trail decent to where we can thrash this thing and not have to hitchhike home. So, the next episode we're going to be timing chain, exhaust, paint, and trail thrash. And you'll see that episode next time, Junkyard Jeep.